Hello, guys. Well, I have been busy these days, but we're going to continue with our videos. Today, we're going to be solving the problem from Lead Coach, which is group anagrams. This problem says, given an array of strings, strs, group the anagrams together. You can return the answer in any order. For example, they give us this array containing strings. For example, we have eat, tea, tan, ate, not, ibat. So when we want to group anagrams, what does an anagram means? Well, an anagram is a word which has the same exact numbers of letters in order, and if we rearrange them, we have the same we have another word but with the same letters. For example, if we just look up eat, ate, and tea, we need, well, these words has a T, an A, and an E. So we rearrange them. We got ate, eat, and T. Another example is nat, itan. They have the same words, and if we rearrange the letters, we got nat and than. And bat, it's the only word who doesn't have, well, like another meaningful bat. So we're going to return this array, and that will be our output. Okay, so that's the answer that we are expecting. Okay, so it is important to solve this problem that we know what a dictionary is, and actually what's Unicode. Okay, Unicode here is going to be so important because we're going to be using the OR building function. The OR function, that this function returns the Unicode code point of Unicode character. So it will return like the position where that it's found. Okay, so let's get started solving this problem. So we're going to import from collections something called default. Default import from collections. Oh, sorry, from collections. From collections, we have to import defaultic. Why are we going to use defaultic and not a single dictionary? Well, we're going to be using defaultic because if we try to access a key that doesn't exist, we create a key value for that. But in a dictionary, if the key doesn't exist, then it will throw back an error, and we don't want that to happen. So we use defaultic in order to create a new key value pair if that key doesn't exist. So we're going to be building here a for loop. So for E, well, for S, string in the array strings, what do we want to do? Okay, the first thing that we want to do, it's we want to create like a key, like the key value pair, in order to know that we have to add a specific word into that key value pair. So what we're going to do is we're going to be creating an ANS array. This array is going to be start from index 0 to 26 because we're going to have 26 letters in the alphabet. So that's the first thing that we're going to do. Okay. Now that we have created this array, just imagine that we're going to be having something just like this. We're going to be having an array which is containing a lot of zeros. And these zeros will tell us the positions of letters. For example, here, the first position, if I look back to this is going to be A, B, C, D, E, F. And we're going to continue from that way with our solution, okay? So each zero, it's like the index of the letter. And how we're going to access each letter in order to store the key value pair? Well, the thing that we're going to do is that we're going to define another for loop for a character in a string. What we are going to do, it's now the next step, we have to know the code. We're going to have the code. And this code is going to be equal to let me think about it. This code is going to be worth. What's going to be the worth? Well, let me start from this beginning. Worth C, which is the character, minus worth A. Okay, so we're going to have here the rest. Okay, so we're going to call this the code. Code is going to be equal to all of this, or C minus or D. Okay, so now we're going to be having the code, and we want to access that item in the code. So the thing that we can do is that in adds, in this way, we are going to have the index from that. We're going to be adding 1 because that's going to be the key value pair in order to keep track of the characters, in order to keep track of the key value pairs. Okay. So once we got that and that we have finished to storing the key value pair, for example, from the word it, that we want to see is to transform this into the key value for a dictionary. So, or we haven't defined our dictionary yet. So I'm going to define it here. So let's call it here groups. I'm going to define it as groups, and this is going to be the file dic. Sorry, the file. Let's just give me a second. The file dic, and it's going to be receiving a list. Okay, so now we have our groups, and this is going to be a list. And I want to, into groups, add that element, and we're going to transform our array into a tuple because we are going to have the track of the ants array. Okay, so now our tuple, it's going to be our ants array, and there that we want to add because we're going to append the string, which is going to be this one, because we want to add in that key value pair our new string. So once we have done that, what we want to return, it's the new value. We want to return the value. So we have the groups anagrams, groups dot, we're going to return the values, not items. We're going to return the values. Let's run our code. Let's see if this works. And yeah, it works because we have 8, T, 8, tan, nat, and bat. So this is like the solution for this. And we have built in the file dic, we have used groups, we have transformed the tuple, and we have appended into this key value this new value, because we have told the file dic that yeah, it's going to have a key, but the values that we're going to store are a list. So it's an array, and we can add different kind of elements into our array. So when we want to return our values, we only want to know all these values, which is it, t, and 8, done, not, and bad. So you can access to the lead code. We are going to access to the lead code problem, which is group anagrams. And I'm going to be accessing our code. Well, this is our code. Let me just copy paste our new code in order to see if this works. And after we have done that, I'm going to perform collections, the file dic, and we're going to run it. Yeah, the 3 cases were accepted. We're going to see if this works. And yeah, it does. And you may asking yourself, hey, Arturo, what's the time complexity of this code? Well, we have used our function. The time complexity of this code is going to be O of n. You may asking why no of O of n squared if we are having 2 for loops, because we're talking about different arrays. For example, this is an array, and we're looping through all the elements in an array, but a string is actually like a mini array. So we're going to be looping into the elements in this array. So the time complexities of them, because they are different entities, and the space complexity and the space complexity, it's going to be equal to O of n, because we are creating a new collection, which is, well, a new data structure, which is the file dic. And so we're going to be having all the answers for this code. So that works. And that was everything for the video. If you want to see all the problems related to some liquid patterns and all that, you can join Coding Army. And here we have some codes in order that you get used to them. So thank you very much and see you in the next video. Bye bye.